So I'm here today talking to Miguel from Spooky Squid Games, and we're looking at the Hand-Eye Society section, and we have the I can't say it.
The Tron High Roller.
Thank you. And you curated this cabinet that uses a trackball.
Yep.
What you guys? Was it a trackball cabinet that you got?
Yeah, it was originally a pool cabinet, and we've retrofitted a bit. You'll notice that it sort of fit upside down, and we've drilled new holes in it to move the buttons into a better location. And it basically works like a 3-button mouse. So we've been able to put a lot of games that we'd like to put onto an arcade cabinet but couldn't before onto this one.
What games does it come with?
It comes with, can you pull up the menu? I'm sorry, I'm really tired. So it comes with Airshot Scott, where you juggle a bomb with bullets. Gesundheit, which is sort of a stealth snot puzzle game with a little pig. Strategic Oil Reserve, which is sort of like a Missile Command style game, only with sort of a political message, well, a different political message, because the original one was about mad and mutual assured destruction. Starfall, where you race a comet falling to Earth. And Calamity Annie, which is our guest game, which is the one game that wasn't made here in Toronto. And it's a quick draw shooting game with a romantic subplot. And Schlong, which is sort of a Alkanoid type game, but taken to like a whole new level. It's really cool. They all play great with the trackball.
I got the second highest score on Schlong actually about half an hour ago.
I still have the high score. I've seen a lot of people have beaten my high scores from when I was testing games.
So where's the say it again, like Tron High Roller.
Tron High Roller.
Where's it going to make the next appearance?
From here it's going to go to George Brown College for a bit, but we're talking to a bunch of people about possible locations to move it around. The hope is with this and the Tron Classic and some of the other upcoming Trons to start having them always scattered around the city where people can go and play them, and we can sort of show people who may not have realized that indie games have come back and 2D games have come back, and a lot more variation is out there than they may know, and they may not know about the indie scene, but if these cabinets are spread out in other locations, we hope that they'll find out about it.
So, can you let us in on the secret of what the next cabinet will be? The twin stick?
The next one is probably going to be the Tron 2-Up, which is a twin stick one, which will allow for co-op games and for games that require 2 sticks to play.
So like some vector graphics, Battlezone-esque retro.
I don't know yet. The guy who's going to be curating that is Jim McGinley, who runs Toe Jam. So he's going to be selecting games for that cabinet, and it'll be launched next. And hopefully we'll start getting these out more, and people will get more chances like this to play awesome Toronto indie games and a few guest games from out of town.
What I want to see is we need to find an old Afterburner cabinet, the full sit-down hydraulic motion cabinet, and then retrofit that for indie games.
That would be amazing. There is already one Toronto indie game that has a sit-down, move-around cabinet. It's Dyad by Sean McGrath. He unfortunately doesn't have it here. He has it at the Maker Faire right now. But it is literally, you sit in it, it's got motors, you tone, the whole thing tones, it's got a projected screen on it, it's insane. So who knows, maybe we'll have a bunch of games that do that type of thing down the road.
Well, I'm going to quickly ask to move on to what you brought today yourself. Okay. Beyblade Pixels is out and about in a playable form. How far are you into the game?
I think we're pretty far. It's always hard to tell with game development because there's so much little polish and little changes that you make as you go. It's a real sort of feedback loop. So we hope in a couple months, but we've said that before, so we're not going to give a concrete date till we're sure it's almost completely done.
You mentioned that you've actually coded additions to the game while you're at TCAF?
Yeah, the game has a system where, a sort of combo system that sort of invites the player to really experiment with all the combat in it. And we found one guy who's just hopping up and slashing down again and again and again, and he was able to get insane combos doing that. And I was watching it going like, it's kind of cool that you're getting crazy combos, but that looks really boring to do. So we don't want to encourage players to do that. So we actually went in and tweaked that so it's a little bit harder to pull off and put it on. the cabinet.
See that there's an example of like player feedback in the wild, not in some sort of like closed, beta test or sort of Q&A session that allowed you to get this information early on in the project, so you can, make change rather than, release it to the public, start selling it, and realize, people can game the game.
Yeah, basically, TCAF and events like it are often our beta testing phase. This is where we get to watch a bunch of people play and not have to, hire testers, which we're two guys. We can't do that. We're not Ubisoft. We're not EA. And watch them play and see where they're having trouble, what things they seem to really be enjoying, and get lots of feedback. And sometimes we're even able to employ that feedback right away and see, okay, did that change fix it? I've done a few level design tweaks during the 2 days, and it's been really great.
Now, just the last question I have would be, do you have any updates on guerrilla gardening, where you're at with that?
We're talking to some people. We're trying to get a budget together to take it from the prototype to the full game, but nothing we can talk about yet. Hopefully soon.
Are you presenting at the gala on Monday?
We're going to be showing some stuff. We're going to be showing a bunch of footage from the newest version of They Bleed Pixels, and just a general intro to Spooky Squid, because it's pulling from not just the indie community that I'm used to talking to, but I think there's going to be people from all throughout sort of the interactive part of Toronto. So hopefully some new people will be introduced to Spooky Squid games.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Miguel, and thanks for bringing out They Bleed. I definitely need to check it out, and I'm looking forward to when it comes out too.
Soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking with me.